That is the best thing to start the recording off with. Thanks, Bree. That was literally the second I clicked the button. Hey everyone, welcome back to Mianite D&D. I'm Zero.
I'm Bree.
And we're the DMs for this game, as noted in the last session. And we're back for session 2. As you might notice by the recording, and for those in the Roll20, I have added something to our little player map from the beginning of last time. This is Princess Martha and Prince Andor. The royalty, the twin royals of the town that the party is in, and the bosses, basically. This is their designs and their tokens, along with a token for a friend that you saw last session, Envoy. I have not drawn Envoy because I don't have the time. There's a pandemic. So, we're going to So I'm going to clarify real quick. This is downtime. There's not going to be combat. There's not going to be many rolls. This is just going to be a bunch of scenes of players talking. It's going to be a lot of the DMs talking, a lot of the players talking, and I hope you like it.
Gonna be a lot of happy fun.
But first, is everyone in the Roll20? Momo, I see Momo, Mal, and Cat. Ender's not here currently. Oh, I forgot to show something as well. There's another thing that was added to the screen. Let me shift ping for the Zero bot. We have a new token for the monk who beat the shit out of Thor. They're a cute tiefling. I see that my co-DM has finally joined the Roll20. Welcome.
Shut up, Zero.
Yeah.
Stop calling me out like this.
Yes, but first of all, we're going to be going to the map from last time. More precisely, a new map. Where we ended last time. Quick recap, the party dumpstered my boss in 2 rounds. And then went back after they got a magic knife spear. Yeah. And they came back and the princess was like, oh shit, you had a rat and a spear. Good job. I found a tree. I built your house into a tree.
I has tree.
And I'm going to shift the player map over to the inside of the base. The Roll20 will see darkness for a second before I shift ping you all to the party. Come on, shift ping. Well, you were all standing. You have walked up quite a few rounds of stairs, and all of you enter into a large room. In front of you, you can't see much. It's not very lit up yet. You see that there are light sources, but they aren't active at the moment. And you see currently a bunch of boxes, a fucking piano, and like a dining room table and some hedges. And of course, Envoy and Martha are leading you all. What do you do as you see this giant expanse? I'll unmute if you want.
Well, as I had it last session, before we ended off, Puck immediately wanted to go in and see the tree. So after walking up all those flights of stairs, he is probably exhausted because he is not a physical person.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just standing next to Windrat, trying to catch his goddamn breath.
Windrat is helping. Windrat is made of breath.
Has to breathe into his nose. He can't exactly use his mouth just to get in more air.
Windrat is just over there trying to do CPR on one of Puck's nostrils.
Oh, God.
That's disgusting. Thanks.
Get air. Get air.
Yeah, that's totally a something we needed to imagine. Thank you, Bree.
What did you say, Momo? You were really quiet.
Just saying that that's a bad image and like that.
I mean, they're not wrong.
I turned them up, so they should be here in the recording
yeah,
now.
Sorry.
You're good.
Can't talk. Anyways, I was just saying it's a bad image.
Well, Martha kind of she just kind of plants the staff that's on her back, her like wizardly staff, onto the ground and like spins on her like heel and to look at all of you. So, what do you all think? I put a lot of time and effort into this. I hope you all like it.
Pug
Well,
just gives her a thumbs up from behind the gun. That is the best he can manage right now.
it's quite spacious. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. I really don't know what else to say.
Well, you haven't looked around
Malory,
yet all the
still
way,
muted.
have you? Out of character, there's a lot of
What?
darkness.
Also,
Why
just
is it
out of
so
character,
dark
I'm not
in
sure if
here?
Mallory realizes she's still muted, but oh, she's
I don't know.
typing.
They're typing.
I
Yes.
do.
You
Okay,
do.
just making sure.
Sorry, I don't know. I'm very tired today.
Mood.
You're valid. Why in here?
Oh, very simple reasons. As a wizard, I like to be a little eccentric when I can. She raises her hands, and the room partially lights up. Thank God my dog didn't come running into the room when I started clapping. And not a lot is lit, but you all see a fucking living room light up.
Is that a piano?
Yes, I knew that at least one of you was musically inclined, so I wanted to get a piano in here. It took a lot of work. Thankfully, Envoy is really buff.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's quite spacious.
it is. There are like
Is-
4 of you.
There is a table for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 11 people? No, that's an odd number. Wait.
Thor counts again. Well, there are 4 of you. Obviously, me and Andor will visit whenever we can, because honestly, it's a giant tree. Who in their right mind does not want to visit a giant tree house? And Envoy, of course, she is your boss after all. You are. Oh, by the way, out of character statement, you are all free to move around, much like Puck is.
We're all
I'm
sitting
just
here
off.
talking, and
He's
Puck
just
is like
off.
so far away.
Checking shit out.
What's with the boxes over here?
That is mostly, food supplies and other sorts. Puck is off camera at the moment. One second.
This is such a wild placement of a table.
Should I move back?
There's
It is rather crooked.
no one moment. I'm Martha's gonna take a seat. She takes a seat in one of these chairs. Zero goes to shift ping to set the map. Oop, there we go. Athel's like over here currently. Don't worry about him. Athel and the cat look at the hedges that are here for some reason.
They're like, wow, nice edge.
So as is stated, there are 4 of you here, and as our personal adventuring group, who have yet to have a guild name established, but we'll get to that. This will be where we will have our meetings from henceforth.
Hey,
Since
who put Windrat on the table?
Windrat hovers above the table a few inches, looking down at it.
Windrat goes where Windrat pleases.
This rat can
No one can
fly.
control the wind rat.
Can you really control it? It can fly.
What just fell down in my room?
It was Rinrat.
It was Windrat.
Windrat's in my bedroom, y'all.
Make sure to give him good pet.
Yes.
Thor is gonna perch on the edge of the couch like a bird.
He's just perching there.
You perch like me, IRL. I'm gonna move Envoy over here so the Envoy's better on camera.
Gun wears a mask, but if Gun could, they would be staring right at Thorane. Just like, what are you doing?
I'm perching.
I'm perching.
Sounds so offended.
I mean,
Gun
you
is
are-
also an
okay.
Azamar, notably. Gun is just not a bird.
It's in this
Uh,
back corner.
those are. Oh, I'm going to continue my statement that I was saying that I completely spaced on because rat. She runs over here. Okay.
You don't have to.
Okay. I'm a wizard. Give me a moment.
How out of shape are you?
I'm a wizard. I have -1
Running
strength.
one square at a time.
She's doing her best.
Wizard! Pinging again for the map. Sorry. Well, as you notice, there are a number of doors that you can't see because I did a horrible job revealing. One moment. Doors. Doors. There are 4 bedrooms and 2 side rooms. Obviously, you all get to choose your bedroom. The 4 on the left and right, the 2 on the left and the 2 on the right are the bedrooms, and the doors to the north are the spare rooms.
Okay. Mm.
Do you go for
Gun
that
wants
door?
to go inside but isn't saying anything.
Gun's just pawing at the
This
door.
is your home. Choose a door to go in and go in. Which one do you want to go in? Top or bottom?
Right, I don't know. Go this one.
Both just scratching at the
The
Uh,
switch door.
Voop. As you open the door, you see a pretty generic bedroom.
Neat.
As I'm gonna shift ping
Wait.
again.
Wait. Gun comes back outside and like shouts over to Marlon. Wait, which one is the biggest room?
They are all equal in size because it
Oh,
would be
that's
unfair
lame.
to give someone a bigger room than everyone else.
lame. Goes back into the bedroom, shuts the door.
Well,
Gun
I
wants
mean,
to
like,
go in these
there's
rooms.
also like
yeah.
Athel, who probably takes up like. Sorry to Athel, but he takes up more space, so it's less space for him if it's the exact same size room for everybody else.
They're not small rooms. Those are relatively big rooms.
Gun is just
saying.
knocking on these spare room doors.
I can only reveal so fast. You open this room and you see a study. There is a workbench with tools and books and papers.
Say, what is on this table?
Lots of things. Roll20 has great
Cow tools.
assets.
Some of these look like bones. And
They're
I
cow
don't
tools.
like it.
Roll20 has great assets.
What's this? Oh, that's the chair.
Yeah, that is
Cool.
the stuff.
Gun
Martha,
starts knocking on this door.
Okay. Martha was about to go explain, and then you laughed. Gun is sporadic.
Yeah.
Gotta reveal my Roll20 slow. And this room that you flung open is the training room.
Oh, neat.
I thought it would be interesting, as there are 2 scholarly individuals and 2 rather physical. So, of course, a study and a training room. And of course, they can change if need be. It's not set in stone; it's set in wood.
Boo.
Oh, come on, Envoy, that was funny.
Boo.
I'm gonna say because you're not controlling the Envoy token. Envoy sits on the couch. Envoy can. Do you want to do anything since you know?
Again, Gun's already checked out a lot of the rooms, so he's just gonna go into this one, I guess.
You see, the only difference between this room is the blue bed.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, he's just claiming this one.
Okay, the blue bed is Puck's room. Sir Thor, what are you interested in? It seems
I s-
you two friends have. Well, I think one of them has claimed a room. Honestly, I don't know what Gun's doing.
I think their thoughts look like they're dissociating. What accent is this?
God,
Whatever.
who knows?
Um, I suppose I can see what's over here.
What's behind door number 3?
Well, you
What
top or
color is it
bottom?
gonna
Because you're in the
be?
middle.
Oh, it's $2.
Those are
I
two doors
didn't
to two
realize.
different rooms.
All right.
Yeah, it's a mirror of the other side.
Let's see what this one is.
Awesome. You will see a room with a big, fancy purple bed. The only difference is that it's
Fuck yeah.
fancy and purple.
This one is mine.
Thor has
Just
claimed this room
immediately.
immediately. You know, I'm gonna
It's
actually
purple.
do.
It was the purple that snagged them.
It's
And
purple.
also the fact that it's also fancy as shit, probably.
Is this one fancier?
I mean, it does look like it's
I
got
read
little
out of
drapery.
Roll20 bed assets really fast.
Can I pound it on the top?
Say again?
Can I perch?
If you so require, it's your room, she yells, realizing you're all the
I
way over
am.
there.
He
I
just,
am perched.
this entire episode, Thrain just spends his time building a perch in his room.
Just building a
I am
nest.
purging.
You do so. You give me an athletics check.
Oh, no.
Oh, I forgot
You sure are
that I
a
do.
dex-based character. This will be funny.
I most certainly am. Acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics, because you're climbing. Oh, you're fine. Yeah,
Thank
you're fine.
God.
This was not hard. You're climbing a bed. It might not be able to hold you amazingly, but you got hollow bones, probably.
I am
You're more
purging.
angelly.
I am just purging. All
Yeah.
right. I'm just gonna stay around here for a bit.
Alright.
Yeah. Martha looks as two individuals just fucking disappear. Okay.
Can we see what Athel's room would look like since that's the only one not being revealed yet?
Yes, one moment.
I want to know the color.
I hope this is
That's
I
the only
think this is
difference.
the last color we have. A yellow bed. Reveal on the other map. Reveal on the other Firefox.
Hmm.
The final room is the exact same, but it has a yellow map, a yellow bed.
Yeah. And the book, it looks like.
So all of them have a bed, a chest, and a table of some kind. Center the map
By the
again.
way, there's also a little shadowy area as well. Ooh.
Yes, by the hedges.
Boogity boogity.
Boogity boogity.
Alright then.
Windrat has just begun flying circles around the living room area. I'm
Aw.
not displaying this as I don't want to move the rat in circles, but
Yeah, that's fair.
Athel and Mio are just over at the table, being quiet and stoic, or something westerny. Thank you, Windrat, for proceeding to do that thing I said that you were gonna do.
Right. Well, I'm gonna check out that last place then. Since it
The
doesn't seem like
hedges?
any of the other two are doing anything.
Well, to both of them are muted. One of them is BRB. You approach the random ass hedges. Like, it's kind of weird that there are walls that are hedge-esque. Like,
Oh.
the fuck?
Gotta
But
keep that distance from Mio the best I can.
as you approach, it's pretty easy to see because the lights have turned on. You see a kitchen.
Oh. Do we really want head walls for like a kitchen though? That seems like a fire hazard.
And Martha's like, don't worry, magic.
Okay.
Also watch the rat.
What?
She eyes the wind rat as it begins flying towards the kitchen like, I see you.
Windreth has come to investigate.
I prepared animal friendship today, I think.
Oh god.
Did I? Did I take animal friendship? That's
Is this
Andor. I'm
the
Martha.
questions we have to ask.
Yeah, it is just a kitchen. Did Windrat just get huge for anyone else, or are we just going to ignore it? I think it's not. I think that's the size Windrat is.
I think so. Just I wasn't looking at Windrat either.
Hey
But
man, it's just Windrat. Windrat's
Yeah.
just Windrat.
I don't have animal friendship. Never mind.
Hmm.
Martha's like
All right,
closing her
then.
spell book that she hangs on her little like messenger bag. So, everyone, this is home base. I put a decent amount of work while you were all dealing with the. She looks off in the vague direction of Windrat. Incident. Entering in this area. Can't do it with the reveal tool.
Windrat peeks out of the hedges.
Should we give the rat a name?
It is your rat.
We should
Windrat peeks out of the
probably
hedges, staring at Martha.
You should come
Windrat
out of
sense
the room
staff.
because you're yelling from the across a pretty far distance, actually. Precisely almost 60 feet.
How in the world can you hear me?
I don't know. You're very far away. You're talking. I don't know how you could hear me.
You're far away.
You're perching.
I have to perch.
Do you?
And bird.
Do you? She looks in your vague direction.
Yes. No.
She squints in your direction.
Thor stops perching out the door. Fine. This better.
I mean, I can hear you better now.
Good. And then he goes back in his room.
Wow. Okay, fair enough. She looks back at Puck. Having fun over there. Have you checked out the piano?
He's seen the piano, yeah.
By the way, she signs to you. She signs, I do speak sign language. No need to worry.
He just signs back at her. Cool. I don't know how to play the piano, but thank you.
Well, someone will. She says vaguely.
Oh, okay.
Look, this is simply this is your space. This is the home and
Windrat
guild
immediately
hall.
goes to play the piano.
Hey, Windrat, I'm gonna make you roll me a thing. I'm gonna roll a thing for Windrat. Hey, Windrat.
Windrat actually plays the piano.
Windrat's
I
going
don't
to
know what to say.
roll. I wanted to roll charisma, but that's bad. I'm going to roll dexterity instead
Okay.
because Windrat can't roll charisma.
I mean, did I ever say he was going to play it good?
No.
If I play piano, I mean, real quick.
Oh shit!
You cut out there for me. I had no idea what you said.
It's good because I rolled a 17.
So
Oh, no.
Windrat begins just kind of scampering across the keyboard, and at first it's like just ringing, and then suddenly it just like Windrat trips once and begins to just kind of fumble on the keys and plays a rather impressive tune.
It's just Mozart's Midnight Sonata.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Especially for something Windrat doesn't have proficiency in. That was just straight up a 17.
God, if Puck knew how to play the piano, I would 100% teach Windrat how to play, even if he can't.
Windrat has an
pretty sure just
intelligence of 2.
I'm pretty sure just with that alone, Windrat could teach you how to play that trip.
Right?
That trip,
Windrat
the first song in our Mianite D&D album, that trip. It's the opening number where just a straight up piano solo.
It's just the audience gets to see Windrat too.
Do 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 do.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, and Martha as well has looks to you, Envoy. Captain.
Yes, Martha.
She kind of huffs the spear she's been holding. Could you take this back to the castle for me? I need to get it examined in a bit, but I want to speak with the party for a little bit.
That I can. She takes the spear. Just starts walking.
Thank you. I will be back soon. She waves off to the Warforged woman as she leaves. Mal, welcome back. To explain what has happened, the rat rolled 17 to play the piano. And you have a kitchen.
I love it. Cool.
Thorin has claimed the room with the purple bed and has begun perching. And Puck has claimed the room with the blue bed.
I want the this one with the red bed.
You may indeed claim the red bed for obvious reasons.
Like, duh.
Well, I wanted to ping so that you could be seen, but let me go to
I got it. I'll move. I'm over here now.
Just Gun just claimed the room and then came back out. That's all.
Yes.
Gun just walked into the room, peered at the door, and went, "Mine!" and then just walked out.
Yep.
Also, sorry, we are living in a global pandemic, and my good friend, who I haven't seen since August, came up to my window
That's
to chat with
awesome.
me. So,
Yeah, super valid. And Athel will likely take the room with the yellow bed.
I mean, that is the only one, unless he wants to go like lay on the couch.
Hold up.
I would not put it past him to just like sleep in the middle of the floor.
Will this work?
I don't know. Seems like what do you do?
Oh, music. That's what Windrat's playing on the piano.
Yeah, no, actually, legitimately, that's what Windrat's playing.
Oh, I love him, our talented little child.
Playing music always plays on YouTube.
He totally messes up a few keys in the beginning, but now he's just going at it.
I love him.
Legitimately, Windrat just fucking starts playing the piano and it's kind of impressive for a rat. So yes. So Envoy has taken the spear that you all recovered and is taking it to my personal study so that I can examine it thoroughly later. I might even have some ideas what you can do with it. But as for now, this is your home base, the guild hall and home for your party. You don't have a name yet, and I have not registered you with the guild council just yet, but it's in the works. I assume when Andor finally gets back, he will assist me in that. Hopefully he does not take too long.
Where is he?
He went on a scouting mission not too long after you left, and I have not heard from him in a little. He does this, though. He can't sit still or in the same place for too long, so he'll come back eventually, don't worry.
Alright.
But, do you have any questions or concerns about your new home, place of living? She kind of gestures to the tree.
Let's see. Not any that I can think of.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, she kind of taps her chin with like a finger. I do believe that is everything. Oh, that is not everything! She immediately perks her ears up. I'm silly. She begins fishing into her messenger bag again and pulls out 4 sacks of money. You get paid for a mission. Oopsies.
Thor sticks his head back out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
Here's
you were
money.
perching. Perchers don't get money.
That's so
You have to be active, sir.
oh. He's gonna
And
stop.
she's going to hand everyone 75 gold in these pouches.
Damn.
Do you add it to that 150? I do believe all of you have.
75, you said?
75.
Math.
You all seem to come back rather okay, I do believe. I didn't see any injuries on you, though you did have like a week of travel.
That would be.
Well,
I think
that
we're
is
good.
everything. She smiles. Of course, you will have a little bit of downtime before the study on the spear is complete, and I have my next job for you all. And she begins to kind of walk with a sway with her little staff that she carries. Until that time, I'm going to return to the castle, and she kind of, like, her happy, bubbly demeanor that you've seen her this entire time kind of begins to falter. Work on paperwork.
Oh.
Out of character, Martha. I love you.
Thank you. Well, time to be a functional, royal something or other. If you need me, my doors and the castle doors are always open. And do, please, all of you, think of a name for either the rat or your team, so that when I file the reports for either destruction via wind rat and or your guild name, I have them.
Called out.
I mean, the rat just did a wonderful job playing music, so, like, I have no doubts about the rat, but I'm being safe. Gee, thanks for fluffing a duck. Yeah, and Martha is, unless any of you have anything you'd like to say to her, Martha is going to leave. Do any of you have any conversations you wish to have with each other or about the home you all have? This is your time to do that before we begin with the next step of the session.
All right. Well. See.
It doesn't sound like it.
No.
So, in that case, I'm going to show you to the second map that I made for this session. As I'm going to put you all on the city map of Dagrun.
Oh. Okay.
Welcome all to the city map of Dagrun.
That is a big city.
Yes,
Where's the-
Dagrun is a rather big city.
Yeah. Where's the tree relative to all of this? Is it that big brown spot there?
I'm actually going to mark it off in purple because I don't want to change colors.
Okay.
Relatively speaking, the tree would likely be around this area.
Okay. Still
That is the
fairly
tree.
close to the castle.
Yeah. It's easy to get within town. You guys have a horse. Oh my god, I forgot somebody.
What?
Hold up. I'm going to move you all back to the base map as I forgot an individual.
Oh lord.
Oh wait, no, we can't do that right now. Thor's not here. God, Momo just went BRB. Never mind. I'm silly. Damn. Well, when Momo gets back, there will be an encounter. But as
Boy.
such, the downtime. Hey, Bray, could I ask you to make me a token real quick? By the way, I can send you the token link I use.
Yeah, please.
I need you to make a token for a certain frog-like individual.
I am aware of who this is. You do not need to.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm a pianist to you, please. Thank you. I'm gonna talk for a long time. This will be very helpful.
Really having fun there.
I am doing my best. But, Mal, or Gun, you did mention that you would like to go first for this kind of thing, for the downtime, since you have to head out pretty early for the session.
Yeah.
So, you have free reign to go anywhere within the town that you wish. Ow, I bit my tongue.
Rip.
The
Was
town
I supposed to plan for this?
I told everyone beforehand.
I thought I was pretty clear to you that I had no ideas.
You were, but there for notability, Mal, you do actually have quite a few things that Gun can do, because
Okay.
due to what happened in the last run of this game, you have friends within the city, most of which located in the library of Dianite.
I mean, that's where I was gonna go.
I don't have a map for that, so we're gonna use Theater of the Mind. But yes, do you want to head to the library then?
Sure.
Because almost everyone there has a name. So yes, Gun, you make your way through the city of Dagron. The town is kind of a bustle as normal. There's no parade, there's no fair, but it's a lively little town. You see a little bakery shop with a man inside. He is decorating cakes and pastries. It is Lieutenant Sprinkles, the bakery shop.
Oh, cool.
And you see different places around town that you visited, different magic shops, potion shops, some guild halls. You see a number of half-orcs and Goliaths and tieflings and a lot of these like bigger races. You see there's like one little human woman, or no, a little halfling woman, but she's ripped. And they're all wearing like ripped leather jackets and standing beside these fantasy-esque motorcycles, basically. You can assume those are the Rough Tusks. The biker gang that's one of the guilds, in quotation marks. But you make your way to this large library of the gods of Ruxamar. Primarily, though, it is a library of Dianite. And Ionita, but mostly Dianite. And as you walk through the doors of this large black stoned building, with a bit of dust, the carpet's lined with a red floor with a brown, almost, very bright, orangish wood, as it is. And behind the counter, as you approach, you see yourself. Gun, you approach yourself behind the counter.
Sorry, my signal's real bad. Can you repeat the last thing you said?
Gun, as you enter the library and you go to the front counter, of course, standing behind it is Gun. Tall,
Oh
long,
yeah, I remember.
fluffy black, or not fluffy, but just kind of large black hair, red jacket,
Large.
mask.
It's
Uh,
bushy.
Yeah, bushy, that's a good word for it. And you stare at yourself and they wave to you.
You know,
Hello.
I gotta say, I'm still not a fan.
Oh, they kind of like put a hand to the mask and like, oh, mask, forgot. They kind of like take a second. How do you do this? I'm not used to it. Though I suppose I don't
have
know what
been
your
doing
face
it
looks
for
like, so I
most of my
couldn't.
life.
I guess I couldn't replicate it because I don't know what it looks like. Well, and there's a shimmer and a shift as the form of a pale individual, bleach white hair, and their features are kind of squished and flat as the changeling returns to their base form, knowing that you do not like them being in your form, though they look a little jittery at that. uh, hello. I thought I
Hi.
gave them a name, but I didn't apparently. As you see the librarian, the changeling librarian, standing there. How can I help you?
That's a good question.
They kind of like, oh?
Hmm. Gun is debating whether they want to ask around for the one person that they met who everything about the person I have forgotten, but I think you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Unless you mean the
He-
Dionysus scholar, the human man. The basic ass human man.
Hey, do you have any like book recommendations? I want to read something.
Oh, of course. I have read so many books in this place. Are you looking for anything specific? Any like
Mm,
genre?
Also, Zero, I have sent the token.
Thank you.
surprise me.
Okay, they're going to surprise you. I'm gonna roll a d20.
Great.
Oh shit! They like scamper off and like as they're running throughout the like, you see them kind of dash off from behind the desk, and as you do, you see them shift forms to a person they see down the way. So like they go from the kind of pale individual to just poof a different person. And they kind of like grab a ladder, and Belle from Beauty and the Beast like rides it along a shelf of books and picks out a book and returns to you with it. It is
Gun
the
is impressed but doesn't say so.
history of uh golemancy and and engineering marvels.
Mm.
This is something from our Mianite collection. It seems like you might be interested in this.
Sure. Yeah, I'd give it a try.
They hand it to you happily.
Do
It
I have to have like a card here, or how does it work?
I feel like we've set you up with that already.
You might have. Gun
Uh,
starts like patting all of their pockets, trying to see if they have like a library card on them.
you probably do. You've been here quite a few times. I think you would have set this up by now after getting the general I don't
Well,
want to be at the front desk over. Getting over that.
they like open up their coat, and on the inside of the like jacket is just like a shit ton of tools and random stuff in like a bajillion pockets, and they fish around in a bunch of pockets until they pull out the library card. Like it's a process.
You see the individual that the changeling has become kind of gives you the I knew I'd pick the right book look. Like I knew what I was doing. And you see them just bodily climb over the counter. Like they don't use the little swinging door, they just skitter over. And they pull out a small kind of grayish stone. Your card, please.
And hands it over.
They kind of swipe the stone against the card, and there's a little ping of magic. The book has been checked out. And they hand it back to you.
Awesome. And I have to bring it back.
Yes, within, I would say, a week or so. Though, I do believe you're an
A week
adventurer, so
or
you have a...
so?
As an adventurer, I do believe you have a bit more time due to leaving town for times. So just get it back when you can. If there's anything like somebody really really wants it, the book will notify you.
The book will notify me.
They kind of like open it to the front cover where you see the like checkout thing where your name has been inscribed magically.
Oh,
If somebody
that's
is
fun.
requesting it, it will
Wait, like my name?
gun the name
Okay.
registered on the card. The name.
Okay.
No one knows your actual goddamn name.
Okay.
You registered this card under gun.
Cool.
And
Gun
yes,
sees that it says gun and smiles very big.
if somebody is requesting this book, it will be sent to you via the next line down, and we'll just kind of request you send it. You get it back quickly. But of course, if you're in an adventuring setting, we can't exactly do anything about that. Can we?
Yeah, will I get in like trouble? Should I like keep the book on me or?
Well, don't damage it, basically. But
Oh no, yeah, I
yeah,
would
just
never,
keep it on you. Please don't lose it.
for sure.
They nod. I'm gonna say they've taken
Actually,
on. Oh,
before I finish, do you have anything with a little bit more of a narrative to it? Something more, like a fiction or I don't know.
a fictional story. A fictional story. By the way, I'm gonna describe what their form they've stolen is. As a
Okay.
change, because a changelings kind of do this. I don't know if you know much about changelings because I don't know
I
if Gun
do.
has. I
Well,
know you
gun
might.
probably does not, but I do.
Yeah, Gun might not. But generally speaking, as you know, changelings just kind of take forms, and it's kind of strange that this one is just kind of out in the open, like that people see them doing this quite frequently. But I mean, they're kind of a part of this community at this point. But they've taken the form of this female, at least female presenting dwarf. Their faces, they've got this like almost auburn brown hair. It's very short. And it's like you see a big sideburns on her face and like a bit of stubble on her chin. She's got really like wide shoulders and big arms. But like a pair of glasses on their nose.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. Narrative. What kind of narrative could I get you? Historical fiction or pure fiction?
Let's go with pure fiction.
Okay. They don't do the dramatic jump over counter, shift forms, and bell slide this time. They just kind of like walk like a normal person. They didn't nat 19 anymore. And they're going to retrieve for you a a, a book called. Give Zero a second to think of a name of a book and make it up real quick. Um. Ooh. Okay. Um. I'm gonna call this book, and I'm gonna type this in chat so I don't forget it. The Fox Lost in the Burning Woods.
Hmm.
And they kind of hand it to you. Here you go.
That's fun.
This is a fictional book of not an actual fox. Just to clarify, it is kind of what the main character is referred to. They've kind of got themselves lost in this forest that's known for being to travelers to be on fire when it is simply glowing orange, and the shenaniganery that they get up to there. Very interesting read, if I do say so myself.
Sounds fun. Thank you very much.
No problem. And they kind of do the whole process with the stone that is basically the checkout stone. Would that be all? If we have the study area, if you want to visit there. I know that my father
Sure.
would like to talk with you again if you'd love to, if you would like to. Bleh.
Zero, I have to apologize. I have absolutely no idea what the deal was with. I remember that it happened, and I remember nothing else because it was like 6 months ago, if not
So
more.
to clarify in a flashback, ham-fisted attempt to explain, it's entirely separate to the changeling. You might not actually know at all what the changeling just said anything about, but with the person you
Yeah.
met, what happened there is you were just kind of digging in the Dianite section for your own purposes. And you had bumped into an individual. She had pale skin, ginger hair, and freckles that looked like stars. And they kind of like looked at you for almost a split second and went, "You're an Azamar, aren't you?" And like pulled you aside to talk. And you got freaked the fuck out when she unfurled her wings and you like ran away. You basically went, "I'm
Cool.
overwhelmed, goodbye."
Great. Do I remember any names?
Um, I'm super just gonna make one up right now because I didn't name them. I'm gonna call them Avery.
Avery. Okay. Neat. Um. Wait, you said your dad? Do
Yes,
I know who that is?
you've spoken to him before, or at least I've been told you have. He's the dark-haired, mustachio individual, the scholar of Dianite. Uh,
Oh,
Elton.
yeah, I remember that guy. Didn't I like corner him on the street or something?
I do believe so, yes, that's what he said. Uh,
Cool. What does he want from me?
I mean, if basically just he's been looking into Dianite stuff, and you seemed rather interested in that, so, you know, the general.
Sure. Where is he?
He would be in the. They kind of pick up a pencil and point on their tippy toes as they have taken the form of a dwarf and have forgotten to get a box to stand on. Up the stairs, over there.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. Remind me of your name.
Um, they're kind of like flustered a bit. Currently working on that.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, thank you anyway.
They nod. I'm going to get a step stool. They walk away.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes. And do you go up my tongue again? Do you go up those stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah. You walk up the
Go find this
stairs.
guy.
You go to the stairs, and of course, there's a stairs leading downward to this almost dark, ominous room that you know is the basic ass Dianite, like hall of books, and that the Dianite people are just kind of edgy sometimes. You would know this as a follower of Dianite. Um, And yeah, you walk up the stairs next to it because, I mean, you've been there before. And you see at one of the desks is, of course, as mentioned, the tall human man. He has slick back black hair and a mustache. And he has a kind of magnifying glass. And he's kind of looking through a kind of old, ruined book.
Hello.
Hello. Uh, oh, yes, you're the individual who wished to know about Dianite. He tries not to say cornered me on the street.
Yes. Your child told me you were up here.
Oh, yes. I suppose I am. They kind of like he
Great.
kind of leans back in his chair. Would you like to take a seat? I don't want you to be standing if you don't want to be.
Sure. I feel like Gun like opens up like the other side of their jacket now and puts the books that they just checked out in like
In
these
one of the
massive like
big
bottomless
pockets.
pockets. Yeah.
I imagine it's the one near the tail of the jacket where there's like more slack to it.
Mhm. They just have like a ton of shit in their jacket all the time.
Man, I want Gun's jacket.
That's a mood though, because that's
I want-
me.
I want Gun's jacket. I want that many pockets just everywhere. I want to reach into my jacket and pull out a wrench. That has no
Cargo shorts. Cargo shorts.
Gun's coat is the cargo shorts of a fantasy universe. Although one could argue that cargo shorts are a universal constant.
You could argue that.
So
I'm going to
maybe Gun
disagree
is
with you,
really
but you could argue.
also wearing cargo pants
Pockets
underneath
on
the
pockets.
coat.
Good God, pockets on pockets on pockets.
They
Man, they're
need
an
things.
artificer.
Yeah,
They
they got
super
tools
are.
and shit.
Got
They have
tools
like an
and shit.
entire kit, but like spread out across all of the pockets, so they're always looking for something.
Always looking for spare
It's
scrap.
horribly disorganized.
You as you take a seat at the table, you see the book he's reading over is rather old. Like you'd have a guess that it's far past your time at least, though obvious. It's kind of like the pages almost stained and withered, and it's really hard for him to read the letters on the page, but he's giving it his best shot. Hmm. Well, how have you been? I
So,
haven't seen you around town in a few weeks.
I was doing an adventure actually.
Really? Are you an adventurer?
Yeah, I don't have a guild yet, or I think I'm in the process of founding one, maybe.
Oh, well then, just basic starting out as an adventurer, and you're already starting your own guild. Rather impressive.
Yeah, we just got a house. Or
Oh,
not a house, but it serves the purpose of a house.
he kind of like stares blankly for a second.
It's a tree.
Oh, a tree? Do, do you mean
Yeah.
that? He kind of leans forward, not like too close, but like leans forward in his chair. Do you mean the giant tree outside of town?
Yeah, that's the one. Unless there's another one that I don't know about, then it's not that one.
Hmm. I don't think I've heard of another giant tree sprouting up in the middle of nowhere. Hmm. That would explain why timber has been getting a lot of orders lately.
I don't know who that is.
They work in the wood carving industry.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Timber the Sixth, I do believe.
Oh my god, sorry, I just got the reference. I haven't watched Mianite in years.
I am doing my best to remember things. That's what
You say
Sergeant
things
Sprinkles
like
was earlier.
Lieutenant. Yeah, Sergeant Sprinkles does his rank change?
No, this is a
'Cause
different person.
before
It's been
you
like hundreds of years since Captain
No, you
Sprinkles.
said earlier today that it was Lieutenant Sprinkles.
Oh, was it
And now
Lieutenant
it's Sergeant
Sprinkles?
Sprinkles.
You're right, it
Yeah,
was
it was.
Lieutenant Sprinkles. I'm not
There
going
is
to
no, it's
remember.
no, you know what it is? It's a Pumat Soul situation where there's a Sergeant Sprinkles and a Lieutenant Sprinkles, but they're identical twins, and nobody knows which is which.
Fucking, I'm actually writing this down.
Great. But you pull out like Lieutenant Sprinkles and Tim Burr, and I'm like, oh god, I feel like it's 2015 again.
I mean, I wish.
Anyway,
I mean, I don't wish, but I wish.
yeah, let's not. Um, so how do you, how are your do you just do studies? Is that what you do as a scholar? I'm not sure what the position entails.
You say, as a scholar, you know,
They're a very specific subgenre of scholar.
um, it's a good point. I don't actually have that open right now. Well, my job is specifically to study ancient texts and find things about the gods that we have not known before, and uncover secrets and lore that none have found in hundreds of years.
Hmm. And you only study Dianite, or do you study
I
others as
am a
well?
follower of Dianite, and therefore a scholar of Dianite.
Hmm.
Not too many wish to seek into the study of our, well liked in these times, not always liked, our very interesting lord. He thinks of the flamboyant demon man.
He's pretty cool.
He is indeed very cool. he
Have you
says.
ever met him?
No, don't know if anyone has met him anytime recently. He hasn't been around the world as he used to be, especially
That's
after
fair.
all the incidents that happened in the past. Currently, he kind of like he puts like a bookmark in and closes the book. This is this is a book from the period in time in history where they said that, well, he was dead. That's rather interesting, is it not?
He was dead?
That's what they say. It seems at a point in
He's a
time.
god.
Yes, that's what I'm studying currently. How does one kill a god, and in another respect, how does a god come back? Though it
Hmm.
has also been said that Mianite has also died, and as you might know, Ionita is not the first goddess we have had. She's actually the third. He kind of ponders.
She's the third?
Well, of course, there was her mother, Mianite. There. He kind of puts his tongue out there. The names are similar. Ionite.
That's the point, that they're similar.
Yeah, Ionite, and I suppose he thinks Ionite's other daughter, Martha, not to be confused with our princess. He chuckles a little bit. Different individuals.
These people really ought to name their children different things.
I mean, in fairness, the goddess Martha was a long time ago, and I do believe our princess took the name specifically from her in kind of an honoring sense.
Fair enough. Still confusing.
Well, she was Martha the Mystic, and that is kind of a interesting title to live up to. Either way, we do know from the studies of the the Ionita. He thinks there needs to be a better name for all of these. Either way, the scholars of Ionita have found that Ionite is indeed dead and has been for some time. So a god can die.
I need to find death. God.
Can you repeat that so I can understand that a little bit better?
Sorry, Gunn is mostly muttering this to themselves, but how do you define death for a god?
Well, if you were to read fiction, or I suppose general understandings, a god in most cases, from, of course, other places in the world do not all understand the five gods we have currently, and have their own. And there are those that believe that gods are simply a concept. A concept given form by their purviews. And as long as they have followers, they have life.
Gunn
So
pulls out like a notebook from some pocket somewhere and starts like writing it down.
he kind of grins to
Sorry, I hope you
himself
don't mind.
slightly. No, it is kind of my job. Um, he kind of coughs and continues. There's the idea that a god is only as powerful as the people who believe in them. Because, as mentioned, they gain their power directly from us. Their purviews are parts of our world that we have to understand, and as such, they present it. Dianite, for instance, is specifically the god of quite a few interesting things. His domains include trickery, as you might know, fire and the Underdark, along with any race of the Underdark, any gem or precious metal found within the earth, a sense of chaos, that the world is always going to be in a state of flux, and that you must just accept that. And
Hmm.
pleasure. Yes.
Gunn tries very hard not to laugh.
he puts a fist up to his mouth. Old man noises.
Jesus Christ.
I'm trying an old man voice. I don't think it's working.
The laughing in the old man voice is what got me. You sound like a gremlin. Or what is that? What does that laugh sound like? Somebody help me out here.
It's like a bark almost.
This is a sound effect from something I've watched, but I can't remember what.
I don't know. I'm liking
Anyway.
it though. It's fun to do.
Yeah.
So it's rather interesting. It's from what I've been reading, though, it is rather hard to read a book that is so torn with age. It's almost like he kind of like looks at the binding of the book, and you see it now as well. The tips of it almost look like they've been burned. Like someone tried to destroy this book, but it barely survived. It seems that when
You
a
should
god
laminate
such...
that.
No, that's not a bad idea. There is an alchemist that does provide a goodbye, Momo. Goodbye, person in the sky.
No.
There's just a loud noise.
I'm super recording, so I didn't hear that. Back in my voice. There's he gets distracted for a moment as he explains about the alchemist in town who sells a potion for laminating paper. I should have been in contact with them.
I have absolutely been there and purchased laminating stuff from them. It's very nice.
Yes, I do believe we've done that for a few scrolls that we have here. Just to keep them pristine, just in case, rain.
Sorry, I'm imagining if libraries in the real world laminated their old shit. Can you imagine?
Look, sometimes old shit gets, like, you touch that shit and it turns to dust. You need to laminate that shit.
Yeah, but lamination has its pros and cons.
That's fair, but, like, he kind of looks at his book. Honestly, it feels if I'm not careful with it, it's just going to fall apart. That's saddening.
I mean, how is it gonna take to laminating then?
That's fair. Maybe I
I
have
don't
more
want it to fall apart
consideration
on
than
you.
just dumping it with lamination. He kind of twirls his mustache. Well,
Anyway,
back to what I was saying. I apologize. It looks to be that this was in a time of, well, as mentioned, our god's death, when his followers were few and far between, and, well, he was being remembered through his teachings, his friends, and those who seeked in the shadows. Someone was trying to purge his ideals, his presence, his knowledge.
that
It could
seems
be
bad.
believed that Dianite might have still been around in some form while he was not in a physical one, and that he kind of like frowns. At the time, Mianite might have been trying to quelch the remains of his flame. But that is, of course, not as it is now.
Seems pretty accepting around here now.
Well, there's a reason he is known as the Blind Redemption now. He lost his eyes and is out to forgive and to get forgiveness.
Out
He
of
kind of like,
character. I didn't know he lost his eyes, but Gun probably
yeah,
thought so.
the Mayanite in this world has a blindfold. As after Dynite brought him back to life, he super stole his eyes. It was like, yeah, no, you fucked up, yo. Hey,
That's
bro, you like fucked up and killed me. No eyes. Go redeem yourself, asshole.
fun.
Ta-ta. Um, he kind of like looks at the book again. Yes, I suppose I should look at this more later. Give it some thought what I've read. Um, Have your studies into the Dianite stuff you were looking into been fruitful? I know you were rather curious about all aspects of him.
I mean, I've been pretty busy adventuring, so I haven't had the time to do this reading, which is fine.
He looks at you, obviously. You have a mask on, so it's rather hard to read your expression. Impossible to read
Oh,
your
but the
expression.
voice is easy to read.
Yeah, I know. He's like, you don't sound rather pleased about that.
I miss always having a library nearby.
There are perks to sleeping in the library. Or having
Oh,
a
definitely.
room in the library. No, I don't sleep in the library.
Are you not supposed to sleep in the library here?
I mean, it happens, but like, a bed would be healthier.
Oh, like you don't have a bed here.
I mean, I do. I live here.
I'm very confused.
Well, my child is the librarian, and as such, I'm a scholar here. I have a bunk in a, little room. There are a number of those here for those
Okay.
who take care of the library.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That makes sense.
You haven't fallen asleep in here, have you?
Oh, not here. No.
He squints at you. I don't believe you're lying. But he's like, well, do remember, young one, that sleep in a bed is important for your back.
No, I know. I know. I know. I I used to be a librarian, so
Oh,
I did what you do.
that doesn't mean you get to sleep in the library, like, out of a bed.
No, I know. Yeah. I was confused about where your bed was.
Oh, fair.
This has been a confusing interaction.
He sighs, as are many with me.
Would you mind if I when I'm here in town if I came back and tried to learn more with you about the death of Dianite?
Of course. It's a rather interesting piece of lore that I'm continuing my studies into. The death of a god is rather unique. I would love to have
Mm,
somebody study with me.
yeah. I mean, if you'll have me.
Of course. I've had no reason to distrust you besides that one time
What one time?
when you
What part
cornered
of
me
that?
in the streets.
Oh yeah. I was trying to remember. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I like water under the bridge, right?
Yes, yes. Water under the bridge. I have no issues.
All
Well,
right. Um, I should probably go. I checked out some books. Hey, do you have any recommendations?
hmm. Now, are we talking gods or are we talking books?
Why would you be recommending me a god?
No, like books about gods.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, sure, that would be perfect.
um, well, you've obviously read the Tenets of Dianite, because of course.
Yes.
Um, oh, there's an interesting one that I've heard about. The Embers of Furia, the Champion. It's a really interesting one.
Hmm.
Talks about the
Should
Champion of
I?
Dianite.
Cool. Is that something I can like check that out
I do
like
believe you could.
downstairs?
You would be in the it would be in the Dianite section, yes, if it hasn't been checked out
Cool.
already.
Well, I'll go find it
He
and
remembers
let you
the
know what I
two
think.
books he put away earlier. Of course.
Gun is the kind of like you remember when you were a kid and you'd go to the library and you'd get like 8 books at once and bring them home and
I
Yes.
wouldn't.
read all of
I
them
wouldn't,
immediately.
but
Oh
I
yes.
yeah,
did
no,
that all
I
the
did.
time.
I did.
Gun is that kid.
I
Yes.
I've grabbed
Solidarity.
I grabbed one book and read it feverishly until it was complete. Every waking
I
moment.
did that. My parents make fun of me because they say that I don't know what a bookmark is because I only consume books in one sitting.
I wasn't lucky enough for that. I read in school when it was horribly timed. For instance, I
Mhm.
would, read my book in the middle of gym in a game of volleyball.
That's fun.
I've been hitting that with many, many sporting equipments due to this. Welcome back. And you obviously go check out this book, and the changeling is now in this form of this tall Triton man. And they kind of look at you like, are you good? It's a lot of books.
It's only 3. You have a library. There's so many books here.
Yeah, this is
So
the
much
third.
to read.
This is also the third time you're checking something out.
Well, I would have done them all at once if I had thought about it.
They kind of put like a finger up to their chin. That's fair. Uh,
Gun is like not appreciative of the criticism of their reading habits from the
Yeah.
literal librarian.
they're not like criticizing your reading habits. The fact that this is the third time you come to the counter with a new book.
Yeah, that's their reading habits and they're being criticized.
It's more
I
like
feel
they're
like
used to.
this is. I feel like this is attacking not Gun but Malory.
Yeah.
Uh,
Listen,
feel like-
I don't have the forethought to get all the books I want before I start checking things out.
that is fair.
That's fair. I guess I never considered it because I always was like, I'm gonna look for the book I want and then check it out and leave. I do not wish to be here longer than I need to be because there are people here.
Well, if it helps, I haven't been to a library in months.
They kind of like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, no, I'm surprised you don't have more books on you actually.
Don't
They-
tempt them.
They just very again, they're wearing a mask, but it's very clearly a blank stare as they open up their jacket again and put the new book in.
So you have full books. Oh no, I heard that wrong. I thought
They
I get what you
leave.
mean.
Gun leaves.
Gun's been attacked, so Gun leaves.
Bye. I remember
They're
not
not
to
actually that mad, so they do salute once.
They waved to you. It is strange talking to someone who you know who it is, but looks different again. I imagine it's still getting used to that kind of thing.
Honestly, it's a fun vibe.
Yeah. And you
Fairly
leave without.
chaotic.
You leave as you were
Can-
considering finding that one person, but decided no, I'm not.
I'm just gonna study and read. That sounds more fun.
Yeah. Do you mind if we end your downtime, at least this part of it, if you have more later, end that scene here so we can move to someone else?
Yeah, I don't mind. Do you mind if I have to go right now?
Yeah. That's why we did you first.
Cool. I have
Just
to
in
go
case.
right now.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll move on to,
Alright.
I assume Puck.
Yeah, Momo joined back in, but they're taking a shower, I think.
Okay.
Alright. I want to know what Puck does. Please text me later. Goodbye,
We
y'all.
will.
Why do you want to know what he does?
Yes.
Because downtime.
She wants to
Puck's
be
cool.
involved.
Puck's cool. So, Puck, you have free reign of the town. Where do you want to go?
Well, the one thing I did actually think about, him wanting to do specifically, because that is the one thing I did remember to actually think about. I'm sorry. Let's see. He, the thing is, I imagine he does try to keep in contact, with the rest of his family. So he's gonna try to figure out how to like uh find a post office or something, just to actually figure out how to write letters to said family.
Interesting. Give me a second to look to see if there's anyone who would be specifically good at that.
course.
They're across the sea, probably. They're by water, aren't they?
Yeah, most
Um,
definitely.
Okay. So they would be, by chance, probably near the Song of the Sea Guild. The guild that's all about sea-based adventures. and stuff like that. So it's likely that they might have a sea-based postal area in their guild hall.
All right.
If you want to check them out.
I guess I will.
Yeah, I was correct. In my notes, it says they take missions about trade and transportation, so they would definitely be like male people as well.
Okay. Good to know.
You make your way down to the southern docks, where you know that they would be, being as they are, uh, sea based, and you see this large building. There is this flag strewn the banner of the guild, which is a boat with a flag on it. It's kind of strange, being that it is on a flag. I can post it in text VC for you. You
Please
see
do.
this banner, as I made many banners for all of the guilds except yours. You see this flying in a flag.
All right
And
then.
you hear very rowdy noises from inside this large building, as you see many boats docked on the shores. You
All
hear
right.
music and you hear yelling and cheering.
I might have to check out that music later, but
Oh, that's from inside. It's like bar music.
gotcha.
If you have any good music for that, please do play that.
Putting her on the
Music
spot.
master. You're the music master.
Throw on a sea shanty.
Sea shanty arrives.
But yeah, he's going in.
You see, predictably, the sound of the sight of a bunch of drunk idiots just kind of around.
Of course.
It seems that the opening area of this guild hall is just a fucking tavern. It seems that the Song of the Sea are pretty purview to this.
Okay.
You see people drinking, you see arm wrestling, you see card games and gambling. Wow, wonderful Foley. And yeah,
It just
there's of course the bar counter and other places like that.
all right. Can I roll perception to see like if I do see what I'm looking for? I guess.
Yeah, perception would work.
Right. Let's see. I
Let's
think
hope
I
you
could
have
just.
good in that.
Okay.
Oh, hot
That's an
damn.
18.
Dirty 20. Yeah, you find it rather easily. Your eyes kind of scan over this sea of dumbasses. Um, two things catch your attention before you meet one thing catches your attention before you find what you're looking for. You do definitely see the sign of your god posted many places along this area for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
The sign of Zionites, the god of the sea. And of course, you fall on near where the bar itself is. You see to the right of it seems to be a little door that says the mail room, essentially. Please knock is also listed on a sign.
All right. He's gonna make his way over there and knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and it takes a few seconds, and after that passes, the door slowly creeps open as you see what looks to be a gnome with almost wavy blue hair pokes their head around the corner. What can I do
Just-
for you?
Uh, he tries sign language.
Ah, yes. Let me roll gnome. This is a gnome, so I'm gonna give them a decent bonus. Oh, fucking hand signs. What you doing?
Shit.
Fucking didn't beat the 15 I needed to beat. Fuck you on about? You need something?
God,
Puck is like, oh god.
oh god, what do I do? Let's see. I guess he's gonna just try to like look around, just like see if there's anybody nearby who can maybe help him translate.
One moment. DM needs to make a secret roll real quick. That's at the GM. Oh, you're good in that. Awesome. There's a sound. There's a sound of boots hitting the floor, and at first you're like, "Man, how do I hear that? That's a lot of noise." There's not a lot of noise in the room. The room is silent, and it's kind of scary for a second as you didn't even realize it in your like confusion as a woman approaches you. She's a Triton. This ponytail, the hair tied in a ponytail, and this kind of shit-eating grin in her very pirate-esque attire, large boots, and a button-up shirt that's definitely unbuttoned far too low.
Cool.
Well, well, well. How can I help you? You seem to be out of your depths here. He looks to you, Puck.
He tries sign language.
I'm not gonna roll, as I'm just going to say she knows sign language, as I don't want her to fail.
That is
That
fair,
would
honestly.
be really bad. It's like, I'm here to help. Oops, I'm stupid. Oh,
God,
I
imagine.
rolled for the fun of it? Fucking nat 20'd.
Oh,
I know sign language in all my languages.
cool. All right. I wanted to know, like, you do like overseas like mailing.
Yeah, that'd be part of our purview. Trying
all
to send
right.
a letter.
Yeah, actually, my family across the sea.
No, that makes sense. And I imagine you're having a bit of trouble because you can't say shit, obviously.
Just he kind of shrugs. Just yeah.
Hey, Cannonball, why you being a little shit? I'm not being a little shit. I fucking can't really understand what you're fucking. What? You fucking. Ugh. I can't understand what they're fucking saying if they're just gonna speak with the goddamn hands like you're fucking doing. He blinks at him twice. She just kind of stares at him for a second. Fair. But I'm sure that we can get this fine gentleman. She wraps an arm around your shoulders. How tall are you?
That's an excellent question. I don't know.
Is Puck short or tall?
I'd say he's on the shorter side.
Yeah, she's probably not too much taller than you, but she does like she's got a few inches on you, so she's like she's basically pulled you in pretty close. I'm sure we can help this fine gentleman here. Come on, we can get him a. If you can't understand him that bad, we can get him a book, like a notebook and a quill. Come on, don't be a dick about this. I'm not being a dick. You're being a dick. She kicks him in the nose.
Oh,
Right? Right. Right. I will get that to right. Yeah, he walks away.
is he gonna be okay?
Oh, he'll be fine. Don't worry about him, dear. He's a hardy individual. Well, he's been kicked enough times. He's a bit of a dick. She kind of lets you go, and so she can actually see your hands. Because, well, that was a power play. She actually needs to see your hands.
Right. Okay. Just he has. I'm gonna say he has like a mail with him that he was intending to send off to his family, because why actually go find a post office if you don't have anything to send? So how much will it be?
Why, how far away are they? That's really what matters. How far are we gonna need to send the boat? You know, storms,
fair.
etc. Need
It
to
is
put in
fair. I have
normal
no
mail
idea how
route.
far away Puck's home is, and I
Oh,
also
you
don't remember
can
what his home is
say
called.
a number, and it will be vague, and I can just, for the sake of RP.
You just want me to just say a number, just
No,
like
you
12 or
basically
something.
just blah the answer at me. Puck blahs it because there's no
Sure,
point in
let's
defining
go
it.
with that.
Yeah. Okay. She kind of puts she just kind of like puts a hand on a hip and thinks for a second. Well, Cannonball's gonna check up on it, of course, but if I were to wager a guess, we're gonna be pretty far away, and we're gonna need a boat, and it'll be with the normal mail, so let's say about like 5 gold.
He can spare that.
You can spare 5 gold, and she puts a hand out like, I'll take that.
Sure, he hands it over as well as the letter to his family.
She will take both. Well, I suppose while you're here, do you want anything from the bar for free? Since my friend Cannonball's such a little shit.
He thanks her for the offer, but he doesn't drink.
That's fair. Not everyone does.
It's also just the Sonmouth situation, but
She is being she is a presence. She walked into the room and everything went quiet. She's obviously big shit, or at least she thinks she is. So,
I would assume she is big shit if just everybody else around her went quiet.
mm-hmm.
See, that's really all he came in there to do. So, good. The offer for a drink is nice, but he won't take her up on it today.
Well, if you need anything else from my guild here, I'll be sure to help you. I don't know why it was a different accent than her shitty fucking pirate.
Just accents are hard.
Accents are hard. I just tried to do like the worst, like whatever Scottish Irish accent for Cannonball. I'm not sure. Well, you have a good day there. I'll make sure Cannonball gets whatever shit needs to be done. If you need anything
Right.
around the guild, just ask the bartender or me. I'll make sure to set anyone who messes with you right. She gives you this big... Her teeth are shark-esque. They are just rows of sharp teeth. And they flash you this big smile. I'll make sure to help you.
Man, those are sharp teeth. He just involuntarily just stares for like a second. Just, oh.
She winks at you. She doesn't say anything, she just winks.
It is fair to say he is intimidated by that.
I was about to say roll an intimidation check.
Let me roll a DM intimidation. Does she have this? Nope.
What do you mean, no?
Well, she's not proficient. Oh, fucking hell. What do you say? Yeah, no. Fucking she has JoJo menacing aura right now. Like, you feel threat. It's like you're in the water with a shark and you're afraid you just cut your thumb.
Oh god.
She can smell your fear. And she is thriving.
Oh my god. Right. Okay. He just sort of like takes a timid step back and just gives her like a thumbs up, like sure thing. Okay.
Well, if you excuse me, I got some people to rough up. And she goes, oh, deal me in. And she walks over to like a poker table. You assume that's going to go rough here very soon. As she sits in a chair and proceeds to butt her feet on the table. Boots up. Make me a
Right.
perception check, actually.
Okay. I am gonna need to get that again. Not
no.
as great this time.
You're too intimidated to look any deeper into her. Like, she's scary and you don't want to look at her anymore. That is the gist of this. It is, oh good god, scary.
Right.
Do you have anything else you'd like to do?
Not that I can immediately think of. So you did just has stuff like gone back to normal just like after that, or is everything still just quiet?
Oh no, after Cannonball get kicked in the nose, you heard a few like snorts in the back. But in the moment that she sat down at the table and proceeded to exert her dominance over the poker table, everyone went back to it.
Alright, cool.
The minute that she stopped caring about something and made her presence known, everyone's like, time to party again!
Cool. Alright. Well, I can't immediately think of like anything else I would do like in this place specifically.
You don't need to be in this place. You still have a little bit of downtime unless Momo wants to go right now.
Does Mama want to go?
Okay. If you have anything else you'd like to do around town, there's a lot of things around town. It's fair to say. This is a big town,
Right.
so if you think of something you want to do, there's a likelihood you can do it here.
Let's see. So you could check out like music shops or something.
Yeah,
I'm
there'll
just
be
throwing
something.
ideas out there.
No, there's totally one of those. I need to look if that's in that'd be in one of the shops I already have set up. Um, um, I would say that there probably is. There probably is a music shop. I'm going to say that the person working the counter, because I assume you just go there if you find one.
Yeah, just he's not sticking around there any longer than he needs to be, I think.
I'm going to say that the person working the counter is a half-elven individual. And I'm going to let Bree play this one, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Yeah. You walk in. Do you want to give a quick description of this character that just started existing a second ago?
Blonde. That's about it. It's just a normal guy. Like, if you just saw him on the street, you wouldn't think anything of him.
You enter his shop.
Alright. Cool. Just sort of like waves at him just as he enters, but he's not gonna try sign immediately.
He's like, I'm not doing this again.
Yep, not again. Just he'll try sign like if he decides to buy anything or good. And if it doesn't work, he'll just mimic writing. I don't know. Let's see. See, one thing when I was like researching like a dulcimer, just what the hell a dulcimer is, just there are some that like it can be put on like a strap. So I was thinking maybe try to find one of those because having to sit down to play a dulcimer in the middle of a battle is probably not the best idea.
Probably not, no.
No. Let's see. So will I have to roll something to see if I can maybe find that or?
Oh, I'm not even making. This is a music shop? That is super here.
All right, cool.
I don't know if it would just be like it's a medieval music shop, so it might not be just out in the open for anyone to see, but it would be easy to get, I would say.
All right. Well, dulcimer is probably not an easy to grab like instrument either,
I
so
do
I
remember
suppose I will
dulcimers are
have
probably super expensive.
Yeah, so he probably will end up having to talk to that shopkeep. So, are you ready for a voice spree? I'll take that as a no.
I'm ready for a roll, though.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
you decided you decided what he would be, so I am interested to see what happens.
All right. Cool. No one said anything, so I'm just gonna keep talking.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he's gonna approach him and just wave and try signs, and it's his only way of communication.
So that would be the 1d20 plus 2.
Yeah, I would say +2. This is a half-elven individual. They're pretty smart folks. It was a music shop. Give them a decent shot at being able to understand. Beat 15, basically. Nope.
God damn
Sadly,
it!
he does not
It
understand you.
repeated.
The guy just just stares at your hands, blinks for a second, and goes, "Give me a second." He ducks down behind the counter, and he pulls out a book and quill that has
Oh, thank
already
God.
been inked. He goes, "Don't know sign, so here's a book."
Or
Thank
at least he's
God.
doing his best.
Yeah, he's contributing, I guess. I don't know the word for that. It's blanking at the moment.
He's
Let's see.
progressive.
Yeah, right. Puck will have to write down just like a dulcimer straps, like with a question mark.
Uh, Last I checked, we had those in stock, but we really only get about 1 or 2 brands. And by brands, I mean whether it's leather or otherwise. But it should be in the accessories section.
Just which way?
Back left of the store.
Just nods at him and just moves back there. Moves to go back there. Guess he's checking out that stuff now.
Fun fact, a dulcimer in 5e is worth 25 gold.
I don't know if that's expensive or not.
Decently expensive.
Cool.
Consider that mainly the people who get lots of gold are adventurers. Most people use money in silver or coppers. Not many people are throwing around gold.
That is fair. Especially the amount that we apparently have.
Well, you guys are adventurers. You're still pretty new, but you had a decent amount on you. You've had a few missions.
Yeah.
You're level 3.
That we are. I kind of forgot about that.
At least you're not trying to buy bagpipes. Those are worth 30 gold.
Huh. Somehow I didn't expect that to be like as expensive as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you said that it was like a leather one and then like something else.
It's more than likely probably going to be the edgy one of chain.
He's gonna grab a leather one then.
He looks at the edgy and the basic and goes, "Yeah, I'm not edgy. I'm soft boy."
He, he is not an edgy boy. Pretty sure just the entirety of that tavern interaction just solidified that. Yeah, so he's gonna get that, maybe get a few dulcimer strings just in case, and then bring those back up to the counter.
All right. Will that be all?
He nods yes.
All right. Let me check this out for you. He starts with this very, very ancient contraption. Math.
Well, while he's doing that, Puck's just gonna write in the book. Just a quick question: just do you play like any instruments?
A
Just
lute
Nicky.
every now and then.
Oh,
Come up to 10 gold and 5 silver.
10 gold and 5 silver. All right. I'm gonna have to hand over 11.
He
A
gives
tip.
you the appropriate change.
All right. How much is
5
that gonna
silver.
be? Okay.
1 gold is 10 silver.
It's 9 and then 5 silver. Okay. All right. Well, now that's all done, I have no idea what else to do for Puck.
I think that's okay. If you have any other ideas after Momo, you can speak up.
Probably not, but yeah.
Yeah. Momo, are you around?
I am indeed.
Cool. Cool. My voice cracked.
Sure did.
We're going to switch back to the home base map.
I am still here.
Still where?
I just checked. I'm still in my room.
I see. Well, I'm actually going to put multiple people in rooms because some people aren't here anymore.
Whack.
Right.
Also, did I miss much? Or
Gun talked to library people.
awesome.
The stream just watched me fiddle with the tokens in the wrong thing because I was like, I'm going to try and pick up this token on my zero bot. Martha doesn't exist. Thor, actually, you're not going to be in your room. Sorry to say. As an individual is going to come up the stairs.
Oh, wig.
Boy, is my voice not going to be ready for this.
Oh no.
Open something. I wasn't as prepared for this token as I thought I would be.
Where's Thor's
You hear the
token?
sounds of armor beginning to clump trump up the stairs. Sounds of chainmail and other bags and sounds of like maybe a water skin and some pans banging together.
Oh no.
You hear the sound of humming. Oh god, it's
Hello.
peeking to the top because it's too big. Stop talking.
I'm gonna go down to the stair. I'm gonna go to the top of the stairs, and if I can move my fucking icon, and I'm going to stand there, and I'm gonna be like, "Hello."
And as you stand there speaking up, you see a small individual
How small?
peek over. Sir Thorin! You see a small grung clad in chainmail armor with a large backpack on his back. I have arrived with your stuff.
Just to like make sure like we've established they've met before, right?
Yeah, this is your squire, Mlem. Puck, if you would like to be in this scene, you can.
There you are. Here, let me let me help you with some of that. And he begins
Of
to
course. I'm showing my
take some of it.
nameplate so that everyone can see that Zero's not lying, that my name is indeed, Mlam.
Yes, it quite is indeed. And he's gonna lean down and give the frog a like pat on the head.
He smiles.
Oh. I take some of his stuff. Right. Remind me, what did I ask you for again?
Well, I was taking care of the horse.
The horse. Fuck, that's right. I have a fucking horse, don't I?
The party has a horse. I was waiting for that response.
Alright. Right, a horse that I definitely know about. How is said horse, anyways?
There, okay. I have delivered them to the individual who takes care of the horses.
The stable manager?
Yes, I have delivered them to the stable manager. I then realized that I had to walk out of town again to get back here. That is why it
Oh,
took me so long.
oh, you poor thing. Rest up if you want to.
That would be wonderful. Is everything
How have you
okay?
been?
Good. He looks around. Wow, we really are in a big tree with a big house.
Yes, it's quite spacious. Much bigger than expected.
It's like Zero chokes. 1 second.
Zero dies IRL.
Zero does not roll any drink. Sorry about that.
You're Gucci.
This is like. I need to go look at Lemlem's intelligence real quick before I make this joke. Lemlem smart. Did Lemlem dump intelligence? Lemlem is decently smart. Lemlem did not dump intelligence. I'm still gonna make the joke though because it's cute. That you see them put up his hands. This is like many Mlemlems big. He's like
Yes,
more
that's
than
quite
3 Mlemlems big.
much more than three members big.
He
Perhaps
points at
100.
Athel. That is bigger than 3 Mlemlems big.
Yes, perhaps this room is even 100 members big. Perhaps even 1,000.
He looks at his
Imagine
hands.
that.
Trying to imagine 100 Mlemlems in 5x5
That
squares.
that would be quite the scene. Be many, many folks in one place.
I guess it would be. Though it looks like the table can fit a decent amount of people, so maybe it wouldn't be too bad. You eat in shifts of 10. 10 Mlemlems at a time. That will
1,
get
2,
to
3, 4, 5.
100 Mlemlems in 10 times.
I'm going to be honest. I've lost track of the analogy. What were we talking about again?
I don't remember. He said 100 Mlemlems and I got distracted.
I did. Anyways, what, is there any news I should know about? We were gone for about a week, I believe.
Excuse me. Well, not that I can think of at the moment. The prince, Andor, he went out on a
Yes.
mission recently. That's what the princess told me. And what Captain Envoy told me, he was out for a scouting mission. So he should be back soon, I think.
Scouting? For what exactly?
Man, the fact that one of the players who would actually understand what is about to be said isn't here is kind of funny. He had heard something about a Goliath tribe that was having some issues up to the north, so he went to check it out.
Thor stares at the camera, except it's in the direction of Athel.
The camera was looking
boy.
at Thor, but behind the camera is Athel.
Is that so?
He didn't think it would be a big deal, so he was going to check it out himself. Captain Envoy assures me that Prince Andor is very capable.
I'm sure he's quite capable. But, alright. I suppose so. Oh, how goes your own training, Lem?
I am doing very good. I have gotten very good with the short sword.
Would you care to demonstrate?
Yes.
Yes.
Perhaps
I assume you show him
a
to
more
the
appropriate area.
yeah, I
Yes, the
assume,
training room.
yes. I'm going to grab both of you and move you both to the training room real quick.
Thank you for my life.
Yes, as I need to shift ping there anyway. Because camera. Mlemlem steps up to one of the dummies. At first, the first thing the Mlemlem is going to do, because of course Mlemlem is, they're going to point. He's going to coat his weapon in poison.
Oh, hell yeah.
As a racial ability of the Grung, secrete poison. He applies his body's poison to his weapon.
Thor voice. I'm so proud of him.
He is then going to make a short sword attack, and you're going to realize real quick, Mlemlem rolled good stats. This is going to be one short sword attack. Well, you see, the AC of a dummy is luckily only like... No, it's higher than 8. He swings, and like it doesn't do very much against the dummy. He's like, eh. I should try that again.
Yes.
And really show off the +6 I have.
I do not know what is this +6 you speak of.
You see, I rolled a 2 and I got an 8 still.
What the fuck I rolled, Mlem?
Wow, I suck!
Oh.
He swings twice, harmlessly against the dummy.
Thor sighs, moves next to his squire and says, "Alright, your grip is a bit off. Try this." And he moves to adjust his hands. And
As
when you would, yeah.
I was as you do give Mlemlem the help action, he'll have advantage on his next roll.
Oh, hell yeah. And remember, when you're attacking your enemy, fuck, Cosmo just blanked out. I don't know what the fuck Thor's gonna say. They give advice that Cosmo is not qualified to give.
Yeah, Mlemlem is going to make one final attack. Fucking final.
That's my frog!
As he strikes into the dummy with a powerful slash.
That's my fucking frog!
That's my son!
So yeah, Mlemlem has a +4 in dexterity. Mlemlem is very good.
Well done. My god. You did very well.
He beams.
Another pat on the head.
Luckily for you, you are immune to poison.
I am, in fact, immune to poison. I'm assuming as I pull my hand away, there's some like slime on it.
Oh, yeah, this is a very, like, almost tree frog-esque creature. Very polka dotted.
When I pull my hand away, is there like just slime dripping off my hand?
Oh, definitely, but it's like small amounts.
Just gonna casually wipe that off on my shirt.
Lum does not mind. Lum is always sticky.
Oh, I love that frog. I love that frog so much. Oh my god, I love that frog. Alright. Now.
Me and Bray had fun making your squire the minute we realized you had a squire. It is worth noting, for mechanics' sake, Mlem will not fight with you in combat. It is specifically mentioned that unless cornered, Mlem does not fight.
Okay, cool.
And also, fun fact, as a call out, since she does watch the VOD, this is a character originally made by my work friend LB, that knowing that we probably would not be able to use Mlem in any games, I heard the idea for a squire and was like, it is time.
And I went to work statting Mlem. Mlem uses the Unearthed Arcana sidekick rules, in which there are 3 classes for sidekicks. Your squire in training is doing his froggy best.
Question, what class is he?
Lem is the sidekick class of, I don't know if it's listed here. He's a warrior.
Nice. Okay.
He is kind of like a fighter, but worse. I don't want to say that because like he's a good frog.
Love that fucking frog.
He does also know that he does like pull out one of the water skins and just kind of like pour it on his head for a second. Okay, I'm good.
Listen, man. I need to purge. He needs to hydrate. It's solidarity.
He has the ability water dependency. He gets exhaustion if he doesn't have water.
Oh, buddy. Alright. Dare I say, you've improved quite a lot. Would you say you're ready to move on to the next part of your training?
What's the next part? Interested.
Let me take a look at my sheet and see if I have anything cool. Can warriors do magic?
Nope.
Aw, lame.
You do know, because this is worth lore wising, and I think anyone watching would like to know the lore. As a blood hunter, you get all of your abilities because you drank the blood hunter juice that like gave you blood magic. Mlem is not a blood hunter.
Right. Alright. I think I know what to do. Alright. Next part walks over to the other side and draws his rapier. So I test you myself.
Oh, he like is visibly like, oh,
I don't
wow.
know if that's a good. Is that a good one or that's a good one?
He like takes a step back.
Nice.
Are you sure? You're really cool. Strong.
I'm sure you're more than capable. Of course, this is a friendly duel.
Of course.
When we strike non-lethally.
Yeah. We can do a
Or at
quick
least try our best.
spar.
It doesn't have to be like it just be like really quick. Like he just
Oh my
tries
god,
to
I think
like.
Mlem has more HP than you.
Are you saying my own squire is better than me?
I don't know. He's lower level than you.
It could just be a quick thing if you get to a certain HP, you're
Yeah, I think
stomped out again.
here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pull up initiative.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to clear initiative.
And also, like, I feel like it's not fair for me to use like all my fancy blood magic. It
Oh
might
yeah,
just be
please
like a pure
don't use your
sword.
blood magic on this frog.
I think it's just like pure sword fight.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be sword versus sword. So what you're gonna do is click your token, make sure your token is selected, and then click the initiative button
Which is the
next to
blue
the
one?
armor class. It says
Oh.
initiative
Oh,
on your character sheet.
on my character sheet, not my. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, so you want to click. You want to make sure your token is
Select.
selected, and then you will click initiative.
Okay.
God damn, Malem.
I think I'm selected, so I'm just gonna roll now. Initiative.
You are. A good look at that. It's already in ascending order.
Hmm.
Malem is gonna go first.
All right.
Malem is going to take a step forward because you said sword duel, and he is not going to cheat and throw stuff at you. And he doesn't have the stats for the javelin he has, but he has a javelin. Looking over his stats real quick, sorry.
No, you're fine. How many attacks do I have again? Is it one attack or two
One.
attacks?
It's one.
Okay.
You're not level 5 yet.
Okay.
Yeah, Malem is simply going to swing at you with the short sword. Does a 16 hit Thorin?
It does.
What's your
Matches
AC?
my armor class. 16.
Okay, beats it in 5e, so...
If it matches, it hits, right?
Yes, beats it.
Okay, cool.
You take 7 points of damage as Malem strikes you with his sword. So it's worth noting, Malem is really good at what Malem does, but due to its small stature, not very... he's not very used to the blade. He's still young, and he swings good, but it's wide. He hits you and drags through, and then like slams his sword into the wood. And it's like, eh. And has a second where they try to pull it out, like they overswung too much.
I'm gonna use that opportunity to make my attack.
It is your turn. A 19 hits. Malem has a lot of armor, but 19 does hit. And now you click the rapier in the chat. Click the name rapier on the roll, and like in the chat log. And then when you click that, it will do 5 damage. Malemlem's turn. Gonna get one swing off of you again to see if Malemlem can do gooder.
Nope.
That does not hit.
I'm assuming he does a wide arc and
yeah, he rips the wood. So what happens is he tries to go for a fancy backswing after he pulls his sword from the wood. You step back and easily dodges. He does a full-on spin. But Malemlem is going to use a class ability.
Oh.
He's going to roll a d10 plus 2 using the second wind ability from the warrior class.
Oh yeah, that's a fighter thing too.
Malemlem heals to full.
Wow.
Malemlem's like, wow, Sir Thor is so cool. I need to make sure I'm ready for this. It's your turn again.
Takes his other wide arc. I'm gonna step back and then another step forward and another very practiced, careful swing. Oh.
Yeah, you hit. I saw a nat 20. You're don't worry. You deal the immediate damage that they healed.
Lem voice. I gotta be ready for Thor. Thor
Ah,
voice. Sorry, not today.
I gotta be ready. I wasn't ready.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Lem is going to make another slash at you. Ooh, I think that hits.
That hits.
Take 10
Oh,
damage.
jeez. My Squire really like more powerful than me. Uh,
Squire did max damage.
I'm on 6 hit points.
You super are. I think Thor's really. This is non-lethal though. Like this isn't like I'm actually drawing blood.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're fine. But
You're
it's
on
basically
6 pride points.
your pride is at 6. You have your turn if you would like to do a slappy back.
Slappy back.
Yeah, I think this will be the last hit of this training encounter.
I just want to get a nat 20 so you just punch the shit out of this frog.
I was really scared Malemlem was gonna nat 20 and knock Thor out. And
Could you imagine?
I could
Oh
not.
no.
I will say though, Momo, to be fair, you're not using any of your fancy blood magic bullshit.
That's true. This is just a pure sword fight, so.
Yeah, and you're also not doing the thing that you could do and hit twice using your bonus action with your short sword.
That's true. Yeah, I don't have my sword drawn.
You could have beat the shit out of this frog. You are a trainer, not a
Why would
meanie.
I beat the shit out of my frog,
Yeah, no,
son?
the frog is winning simply because you were holding back to an nth degree.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, let's
You're
just see what this
holding back
rapier
because
does.
you're just too busy with shines in your eyes going, look at my son!
Also, technically,
Yeah, I'm so proud
Malemlem
of
is
him.
immune to poison. I don't think you have the
That's
ability
true.
to get over the immunity to poison until 7th level.
That's true. Anyways, um, I'm very proud of my son, but I still gotta provide some kind of challenge for him. So I'm gonna make one last swing. Oh, another non-nat 20.
That's scary. Yeah, you
Uh,
knock him down to an immediate 9 HP.
9
Male-
pride points.
uh, Despite having more health than you, I think this is where the combat ends, as both of you are kind of tired. Malemlem more than you, despite having more HP, because Malemlem is like is so much less experienced than you in every way. You are probably hundreds of years old at this point and lots of training.
Oh man, I'm fucking old.
I mean, a lot of it is time chamber bullshit, but
Yeah.
you
Um.
stop, and I'm not going to
Yeah.
have it be RP'd, but you
Mhm.
definitely there's the scene here within the base does cut to basically as it fades of you just instructing Malemlem about, hey, don't swing that wide, don't close your eyes when you attack. Keep just you give instructions to Malemlem how to fight.
Nice.
You show him some fancy footwork, and of course he's using a sword, not a rapier. And you definitely show the difference between piercing with a rapier and slashing with a short sword.
Yeah.
And that happens. And we're gonna move back to the map. Um, you before we end, do you have? I should close the turn order. Do we have? Do you have anything you would like to do within the city? Anywhere you would like to go?
What's in the city?
Lots of things. Anything you can really think of within reason, I can put in there.
Mm, could I get stuff for brewing potion?
Yes, actually, I do believe we have something for that.
Nice.
Yes, there is a shop run by an individual named Li Zhang, the potion seller.
Nice.
I think they're human. They're a gender fluid potion seller.
Let's fucking go.
Okay. You walk into the potion shop, and you see Dice. Be nice to me. You see the woman sitting behind the counter. They're kind of they're currently just you see them mixing a few components in a into a big old flask that they're stirring.
Hello.
They look up. Oh, yes. How can I help you? They take off their goggles and like looked at it, put them back on.
Yes. Hello there. Um, Components to brewing stuff, I suppose.
Oh, you're looking for uh potion ingredients. What kind of potion are you wanting to make?
You cut out for a second.
Oh, okay. You're looking for potion ingredients. What kind of potions are you looking to make?
That's a great question. What are my options?
Um, grabs player's handbook. Thanks, player's handbook, for having so many potion options. There's a lot of potions. Like there's the basic healing potions. Um, you know, stuff. I'm googling it. Healing potion. You know, there's the basic healing potions and other things like that. Until I, get a list of potions. Um, I'm gonna look for common ones because you wouldn't be able to make anything too fancy. Um, a potion of healing, something like a potion of climbing that makes you better at climbing. Um, it's basically just the basic potions you can think of. Something that makes you better at climbing, something that makes you better at swimming, faster, etc. Healing is the most common potion. You do also know you can make other alchemical like stuff, like alchemist fire, uh, like sticky substances, acids.
All right. Potion of healing probably doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to have some extra HP points, and also I did knock down my constitution, so.
Having potions is always a good idea.
All right. So I'm going to make a healing potion.
You want to make a healing potion.
Yeah.
Okay. So you bring up the idea of wanting to make a healing potion, and the she kind of nods her head. That makes absolute sense. You're going to need me give me one moment, before I, my voice dies. Before I have this chemical reaction go poorly. Um, and she kind of finishes up what she's doing real quick, and then okay, I'm going to go look at potions to get that for you. Potion ingredients. And she skitters behind the like the like counter behind the back desk is what I was trying to
Sorry,
say.
I zoned out for like I'm having a debate with friends online about salting fruit. I'm so sorry.
You're okay. I'm looking through my Dungeons Master guide.
All right. Just tell me if something important happens. Sorry, I zoned out for like a minute.
No, that's fair.
All
I,
right.
I
So healing potion stuff.
healing potion stuff. So I'm really trying to find what I'm looking for in my Dungeon Master guide, but I don't know where it is.
It's okay.
Freaking, where does it say purchasing a magic item? Okay, I'm gonna say that as I continue to look this up, they come back with they go back behind the like back door and then poke their head out again. She says, or she calls out, um, uh, how many are you looking to make? That's going to kind of affect things.
Thor kind of stares at his fingers for a moment as he like thinks in his head. The 4, perhaps 4,
4.
one for each party member.
Okay, 4. She ducks back again. I should have that.
4 for Thor.
She pokes her head back out. Nice.
Thank you. Someone around here appreciates it.
That's gonna run pretty expensive, all things considered. It's not going to be expensive as if you wanted to buy 4 healing potions, actually. You're getting quite the deal if you're gonna make them yourself. She comes out with like a box full of, or like a little pouch full of supplies, and gingerly lays it on the counter. If you're looking for around this kind of stuff, that's going to run you for enough to make 4 potions, 200 gold.
How much gold do I have?
On your character sheet.
Oh, I didn't realize. Fuck.
You should have 150 on your sheet or 225.
150.
Okay, you should have 225 because Martha gave you 75 gold earlier.
225.
So whenever Martha gives you money, you should remember to mark it down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's quite expensive.
Well, you see, normally I would charge 100 gold per potion of healing, you see. Um, but since you're trying to make them yourself and you're just looking for ingredients, I can mark it down to only 50 gold per like set. But this kind of stuff is expensive.
I understand.
Luckily, I'm
I
not super perturbed if someone wants to make their own potions, because well, this is kind of my job and my trade. If you want to make your own stuff, I can still make my earnings.
in a minute.
Uh, so is this your final deal? Kind of jingles the bag.
Sorry, my brother came in.
That's okay.
Oh, I'm not looking for to cause you any competition. I'm simply just dabbling in the art itself.
That is absolutely fair.
Granted, I do only have 225 gold, so perhaps I should just knock that down to ingredients for 2 potions for now,
Now me 100 gold.
and I'll hand that over.
You hand over, don't forget to mark it down, and
Not
she will
marked it down.
happily take your money. Hmm?
Hmm?
Is there anything else I can get you?
Perhaps just a conversation with a friend then. Don't believe that we've talked much before.
I don't believe I've seen you around town or in my shop before. She kind of puts a shoulder on the counter and her chin in her hand.
Adorable.
I am Li Zhang, or Li Zhang, I think my name is.
I would hope you know what your name is.
Li Zhang, yeah, Li Zhang. Yeah, Li Zhang. Sorry, I'm not good at names like this. I am trying.
It's okay, we all choose our own names.
Mhm.
Dijon.
I think Li is okay for now. Li.
Lee.
She nods. I'm okay with Li right now.
I like it. Short and sweet. Has a nice ring to it.
She smiles.
He's going to step back and make a small bow. Sarah, Thor and Blackbird.
She nods her head. Very formal.
Well,
It's a
thank
pleasure
you.
to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Thor works just as fine.
I seem it. I am glad to know. She blubbers as Zero cannot words.
It's all right. Take your time. Words are hard. What the fuck was that accent? Oh my god.
Woods are hard.
Words are hard. So, tell me, how long have you been running this shop?
I've been running this shop for a few years now. Not too long, but long enough.
He nods along and is like, okay, I don't know what that means. Time isn't real to me anymore.
I set up my shop about 2 to 3 years ago.
Ah, business is going well, I hope.
Mhm. I have a special home, only me kind of product that I produce that quite a few people are interested in, so I make quite a living.
An only you product.
Mhm. It's a,
Now, you've caught my attention.
uh, it is a type of chemical treatment that, when used on paper, will kind of coat it in a shiny substance that protects it from water and other, uh, well, things that would destroy it. Out of
Almost
character.
like it's laminate.
Yeah, fantasy lamination. This is her thing. This is the person that Gunn bought it from.
A waterproof protection.
Mhm.
Interesting.
You could coat a paper. You could coat a paper in it, and after it's done applying, you could dip the entire paper into water, and you'd be absolutely unharmed. You can't write on it
Fascinating.
afterwards. That's one fault of it. You do it to a finished paper.
Oh, well, that's fascinating. I'm think of all the books you could preserve in the library.
It would be quite the process I'm going to just call it lamination because I can't think of a fantasy term for it. Um,
Proofing.
Proofing. That is a good one. You can't. It'd be quite the process to proof an entire book, but I imagine it would be
But
helpful.
it would
It's
greatly.
particularly good if you're worried about taking an arcane scroll of some kind into a dangerous, swampy environment, per se. Uh, the scroll has all of its properties, as you simply need to read it, but it has no chance of getting destroyed in the water.
Huh. That's it. That is an oddly specific situation.
It is a little bit, but wizards like scrolls, and if you're going on an adventure where you need scrolls in a wet or dirty climate, you don't want it to be ruined, as it could scratch the magic and make it impossible to cast.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm sorry, I'm not good at talking either.
That's fair. Not everyone is. Lee just kind of
Yes.
shrugs her shoulders, and she kind of grabs the uh the like mixing glass, like I can't remember the name, but in science class when you
Beaker?
had beaker, yeah. And just gonna pour the kind of clear substance into a number of vials as you talk.
Is that the proof? Is that the proof stuff that you were just talking
It is
about?
indeed. It's my newest batch. She kind of like pours the last of it into one of vials. One vial can proof about 2 pieces of paper.
Hmm. How much would it cost for one vial?
One vial would run you about 30 gold pieces.
Ooh. Perhaps I should wait until my next paycheck then.
Fair enough.
It was a pleasure talking with you.
Of course. Come back anytime. It's interesting to see another person interested in the arts. The chemical arts.
It's an underappreciated medium.
You have a good day, sir. Sir.
And you as well.
She nods to you and you head off.
Alright.
Is that everything you would like to do?
There's a library here.
There is a library.
Question 0.
Yes.
I forget, did I ever establish if I used to be a librarian?
What's your background?
Knight.
So no, probably not. You were a knight.
That's fair.
I don't know if this library might have been up in the time when you were around, but might not as well.
Mm,
You're likely to assume that there's not going to be the same people.
mm, mm. You said there was something about a brewing minigame?
We're not going to do that yet.
Mm-hmm. Alright,
Uh,
I think I'm done
that's
then.
yeah. If you would like to check out the library, it is available to check out.
I think I'm good, actually.
Okay. There goes the chance for Thor to meet Thor.
Oh, never mind. Hold on. Back the fuck up. Hello?
If you would like to have this very interesting encounter, I'm going to do it because I think it'd be funny because you weren't there when Gunn did it.
Let's go.
So Thor, you enter the library as you're just kind of curious. You want to check it out. It's been a while, and you enter and you go to the front desk. You pass by it, and standing behind the counter is you, Sir Thorn Blackbird, standing behind the counter.
He pauses, and then he's gonna step out, and then step back in.
You're still standing there. He's just kind of looking at you.
Uh, uh, hello?
Hello.
Sarah, you- why are you me? I'm me.
Well, you are you. I am not you.
What?
I am the I am the librarian.
Yes, but why? Why do you look like me?
Oh, I suppose you're not around here. You're not from around here then.
What
I
the fuck does that mean? I was here like 100 years ago.
Oh, you see, I am not 100 years old. There's a moment where a shifting of light, and suddenly you are not standing in. They kind of like don't like doing it. You can tell by the face that you can now see is no longer yourself, as you see the pale, entirely pitch white skin and hair of a flat, almost featureless face of a changeling.
That explains a lot. I'm not going to judge you for it. Feel free to whatever you want. Just one thing. How do you know what I look like? I've never met you before. And
You
you.
walked into the door, and I saw you.
Ah. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
They are going to change into a different form of cat. You've been in the library before, right?
One
Yeah, you would
with
have been there
the
one of the
gun
first
back
times the
at the
gun
very
went there.
beginning. Yeah.
As such, they turn into Puck. And then they stop and look at their mouth and go, hmm, and shift into a different form. So they're like, nope, this one doesn't have a mouth. Shit.
Mm.
Um, they shift into a form that they shift into a dwarven woman with like big old sideburns and scruffy chin. Okay, well that's a bit better. Nope, that's well that's more better. Sorry about that. Didn't want to
So
freak you out by being you again. Ain't too fond of being
it's,
me.
it's quite all right. I apologize for coming off like that. It's just, was, I have to say, it was a bit startling to see. I don't know where the fuck my voice is going. It's all over the place.
Oh, I get that. I have been having a little bit of trouble with that as well. I honestly don't know where this
Talking,
accent went. She just entirely escaped from me.
talking hard. What
Talking
the
is
fuck
hard.
was that? What the fuck was that? Oh my god.
Well, I have been having a little bit of trouble getting people and changing to them and them freaking out a bit too much. I had an individual who came in, I turned into them, and they walked right out. Kind of like you did, but didn't come back in.
Just a word of advice. Usually when someone sees themselves, they're not exactly consoled by it. If anything, they're a little put off. So perhaps when someone comes in, just pick your favorite person that isn't them.
Hmm, that's fair. I suppose I can do that. They scratched their chin.
Ah, how rude of myself. I didn't even introduce. And he sits back and does the same small bow. So Thor and Blackbird, Thor works just fine.
They stand there for a second. I'm still working on that whole name thing.
Of course, take your time.
Mhm.
It's it's not easy to pick a name that feels right. If anything, it took me about, I don't know, maybe a month or two before I could settle on something I liked.
They definitely look at you like, I, I suppose that is fair. Um, thank you.
Of course.
It is very
Now,
strange because they definitely were talking like you when they were you, and they had a different voice in their base form, and now they're speaking this gruff voice.
God, they're so valid. Um, is is there something I could call you temporarily in the meantime, or do you prefer just not that? I get it. Not names aren't everyone's shindig.
Yeah, I'm still work. Names are hard. I'm having some issues with that, so I'm fine just being the librarian for now.
How about a friend?
I suppose I can be the friend.
All right. I believe this is my first time in this library.
Is that now?
Oh, yes. As haven't been back to the city in quite a while. Uh, would you care to show a friend around?
I can do that. I am the librarian after all. Is my job.
You certainly are.
Uh, you see the dwarven person just kind of you see them step down from what seemed to be a stool. They
Hmm.
have learned from earlier, though you weren't there for that. and they disappear as they are very short, and then they come around from the side of the like counter. Follow me. You are immensely taller than this person.
Did I ever write down my height?
You're taller than a dwarf.
I am taller than a dwarf.
And like Gun is like 7 something or something like that. So like
Oh, jeez.
as
No,
an
yeah, I'm
Asimar, I
shorter
imagine
than.
you're around the same.
Jeez, probably, yeah.
I think Athel is
I
still taller,
follow.
being essentially a half giant.
I follow the librarian.
And I think that's a good point to end this on for this downtime session.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, with that, this has been Mianite D&D Session 2, the downtime. Join us next time as we see if we can't figure out what Athel's up to, and when we start our next adventure. Wink. Now then,
Bye.
everyone, say goodbye.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.